I like your punk rock attitude. All right. Are we ready? Director? Creative director?
No. I'm just the comms guy.
Oh, just the comms guy.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Hi, I'm standing here at PAX East 2023 here with Biend. We're talking about the Lord of the Rings Gollum.
Hey, hi. How are you? Yeah, so Gollum is an action-adventure that really gives you the background story of the Lord of the Rings. So it's a story-driven game, so the Delic is known for their stories with all the games, and we wanted to create a single-player experience for people that enjoy the Lord of the Rings and love the lore. So we are having a game with the Lord of the Rings Gollum that is really close to the lore and doesn't change anything about the existing stuff too much. So yeah, that's what we wanted. We wanted to tell the back. We wanted to connect the dots of the main story and also show how everything comes together behind the scenes. So that's the game.
I want to talk about the narrative for a second. That's a significant highlight of this game. There's a focus on Gollum and kind of Smeagol's battle and mental struggle. Can you talk a little bit about that and how players will react with that system in the game?
Yeah, sure. So Gollum is like always in between. The orcs are his enemies, Sauron is his enemies, the elves are his enemies. So he doesn't understand that. So he's like all in between Smeagol and Gollum. Both want back their ring, and that's basically what we bring in with the game with his duality. So like Gollum being the survivor and Smeagol rather looking for friends and looking for yeah, maybe not love, but like being accepted and everything. In the gameplay you have decisions you can make based on Smeagol or Gollum. So Gollum has then, if you want to go the Gollum way, you have to convince Smeagol to do certain thing. And then the game, depending on the decision, will be changing different ways in the game and will have like consequences for characters in the game on some of your decisions you do. So the duality of Gollum is like a really important thing.
From a gameplay standpoint, Gollum's not the strong. How do players approach gameplay using that as a mechanic?
Yeah, he's kind of like very athletic. So he survived like 500 years in the Misty Mountains or in Middle Earth overall. So he is very athletic. So he knows his parkour, and he can like smaller enemies. He can overcome those. So he's not the strongest, but he's very agile and he knows his way. He knows Middle Earth like no one else. So then on the one hand you have like Gollum, the parkour parts, you have the small riddles you have, like distract guards. So it's a lot of stealth, but not like killing stuff, but rather like evading confrontations, because most of the time, as you say, he's not the strongest one, even if he's agile, but he needs to go around enemies. So you're hiding a lot or try to do parkour runs. So for example, one level, the Mirkwood level you played, there's one of the Mirkwood levels and where he's fleeing from his captivity, or where he tries to. So you have like different options to go, like the more parkour way or the secret way, hiding from guards and stuff. So this is one example where how this comes together. When
it comes to agility within the game, you can move, you can jump, you can climb. Is this something that you guys set out to do? Because it's reminiscent of like a very classic platformer. Is that something that you guys strive for here?
Yeah, that's maybe from the level you played mostly.
Okay.
So the game is like 20-25 hours. So you have like these kind of levels. So of course it makes sense when it's on the flight. It makes sense to do a parkour level, but that's not all the time. That's maybe gave the wrong impression here. But there's like several things, like easy parts. There's a lot of conversation going on. That's because like we address people that love to delve into the lore. So long. That's a long answer. The short answer.
In terms of development time, the game received some delays. How has that time affected the game that we're seeing now? Are the developers kind of benefiting from this delay? How have things changed on the development side using this extra time?
Yeah, so especially like making the world more believable. That's the most important thing because we know that our people that would love to have like a single player game, a story-based single player game, to make the world believable and make the world like the most Lord of the Rings we can do. So that's like the quality in the assets, and that's still worked on. So animations. So all the technical part was because it was like content-wise, it was ready some time ago, but it needed some more polish. So the polish is basically what took a long time.
And you guys have a release date now, is that correct? Or
yeah, there have been rumors, so I'm not allowed to tell you right now. But soon we will be able to tell you a release date.
What platforms can players expect to play Lord of the Rings Gollum?
Yeah, basically all but mobile. So we are going on PlayStation 5 and 4. We are on Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC, obviously, and of course, sometime later, Switch.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And Lord of the Rings Gollum coming out soon. Soon.
Noisy Pixel.